Hey, good evening. Welcome to Let's Talk. And tonight is Monday night, and we usually do our review show. And tonight we will be talking about Raising Canaan episode 9 review recap show. Uh, Very interesting episode. Dwayne is he may join us, but Keisha is here in the cloud as usual. Uh, what's up, Keisha?
Hey, what's going on?
Nothing. You tell me. Very interesting episode. Um,
Listen, they kept me interested.
Did they keep it interested because they shot Crystal from the door? They ain't even
I
waste no
mean, the
time.
first 5 minutes was phenomenal. The first 5 minutes was really
Yes,
like
yes.
good.
Demarcus, what's good, bro? Appreciate your support as always,
And
man. We do.
the girl is
Demarcus,
Pops, right?
yeah, Demarcus,
She made that
we've been
baby.
away for a minute, but we back, Demarcus. What'd you say, Keisha?
Pops is the woman.
Yeah, yeah.
She made
Pop,
that baby a peanut butter and jelly
yeah.
and then took her out of here.
It just
That
said,
was smooth.
and Pop said, and baby, you a good girl. You're a good girl. Happy belated Mother's Day. Yeah, Demarcus. That's what. Believe it or not, Demarcus, we say that in
Thank
our group
you.
text. We say that in our group text, Demarcus, mother.
I
We
hate
can't
that
stand the
mothers.
way he say it. So Crystal got shot from the RZA, like out of here, like done. What's that all about?
Um, Kanan is stupid though.
But why would
Why
she
would
use
his
drugs?
mother kill Crystal?
Was the
And
cops
then
raping her or something?
they was feeding her drugs. That was some 80s, 90s stuff.
60s, 70s stuff. They was feeding the drugs trying to get it out of her. Yeah, Pop turned Crystal from the prom queen to the prom fiend. Yeah, that was crazy. But my whole thing now, I get it. But there's nothing we seen, there is nothing that's gonna stop Kanan thinking that all of this is rock. And I have a theory, and I don't want to jump the gun, but I'm gonna have a theory. I want to just say, I got a feeling Kanan's gonna hurt Rock. I really do. I think he's that cold that he is literally gonna hurt his mother. So, you know, Demarcus, I'm glad you're here. Keisha had to step away because
No,
she'll
I'm
be
here.
she'll be in and out. But what
I'm
you
here. My
what
son coming here asking questions. Listen, Kanan is going to go against his mother.
yeah,
And he's
Snaps and Pops
stupid.
giving you Jerome and Louis. Yeah, but Louis was that chick. Jerome was the, teach a man how to squabble, nigga. But Louis was the chick in Snowfall. I was a big Louis fan. So Keisha, I think not go against his mother. I really think he's gonna hurt his mother, like physically hurt her. I don't know why I got this
I
theory
did
because
appreciate him going to Neeks, but Kanan is so clueless.
yeah,
He
he said I'll
really is
do it
a
again.
clueless kid.
He said I'll do it again if I have to. And Neek respected because Neek don't know. Neek is all over the place himself. Like Neek really think that Kanan could be trusted. Like that whole scene was crazy. Neek is like, I don't know if he's gonna survive this war. We see that the war going on. It's gonna be basically rocking them. Lose back. Uh,
You
rocking
know
going
I
to war.
appreciated Lulu being back, but Uncle
You
Marvin.
only appreciate that naked scene.
No, I didn't. They have such random naked scenes, but when the little baby said Uncle Marvin, Marvin just killing everybody.
Yeah,
Is he gonna make it through the season?
it's gonna
And
be
I don't
interesting.
like how they play Marvin and Rock against each other because I think that they would know each other well enough
I think
that
the biggest issue with Rock is that Rock has this thing that she don't respect nobody else to make decisions, and you could kind of see that that's gonna be her downfall because somebody gonna want to bust a move, and she gonna go against it, and it's gonna be the downfall of everybody. The police still watching. They still watching. Yeah, you said Rock already put down just. I think I don't know why, Demarcus. I got a theory that I think Kanan just work with me on my weird theory. I don't usually do the fan crazy theories, But just remember, man, when Tommy asked Kanan about how mom's doing, he's like, I just left from seeing her. I think he might put her in a wheelchair or something. I don't know. It's just a weird theory I got. It's just something weird that Kanan is going to be behind Rock not being well or something. I don't know. But that's water under the bridge. But I thought the episode was interesting. Marvin saving Amber life will come back to haunt Marvin. Yeah. Yeah, like now they basically know she ain't with her adopted family. So what is he gonna do? She ain't gonna you know she gonna say Uncle Marvin did it. She ain't gonna say it was some people that ran in the house. He really tried that. He'd have did better off calling the police. Like you came in there and killed everybody. So I don't know. So what you thinking, Keisha? What's your thoughts on it?
I think it was a good episode, but give me 2 seconds. You give us your thoughts.
I thought it was a good episode. It wasn't a double back episode that I wanted to, because believe it or not, I actually did want to watch it again. But I thought it was a good episode. DeMarcus, don't give us your ratings. Just tell us what you thought of the episode. But don't give us a rating yet. I know, DeMarcus, you be all into it. You like to jump the gun, but don't be giving me the No, man. Stop giving me your rating. I'm not putting it on the screen, bro. Tell us about what you thought about the episode. Amber's giving Elisa Marie vibe. Yeah. They do that with these storylines sometimes. They double back and it's like the same story. Like Keisha always says, they don't have no positive mothers in the show. So, but I really like the episode, man. I really like the whole Pops and in their aspect. Snaps and Pops, like Snaps do the slick talking. Pop was the killer. Like it's an interesting twist. And Dwayne has a theory on this Power universe, and I know that the Power universe basically said that they have some spinoffs coming. Dwayne has a theory that he believes they could keep doing spinoffs based off these characters and really be good. I don't like that idea myself. I think that idea.
I don't want no more spinoffs.
I don't want no more spinoffs. I don't even want origins, really. And I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you, because now we know that this young boy, the Curtis kid, he could be in origins. But what are we doing? Every time Stars build these series up and they get these series, they let them go basically because they don't want to pay the actors the money. Like my thing is, it's only 10 damn episodes. Pay the actors their money or give us more episodes. Give them more money. You're making good money off the series. The series basically put Stars on the map. See, Dexter, I agree with you in a sense. He said he would love to see a young Snaps and Pops along with a young Thomas family in a spinoff. Now, going forward, I would like to see where Snaps and Pops is in the origin story, or what happened. But we still got 4 or 5 years before they get to that story. We know we got another season of Raising Kanan, but I'm just not really into it. Yeah, they do need. You're right, Dexter. They do need a taller Kanan because he's a short guy.
He's a short guy. They was making fun of him with the voice. I saw a little clip. The
photos.
But I'm gonna say I'm liking it more because the beginning was terrible. The beginning was terrible.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
The first couple episodes were terrible.
The first 6 episodes almost had us not wanting to do the show no more. I like the action right off the bat. Who's the boss? Tony Danza getting on my nerves. I just feel like we wouldn't be so believing of what Dexter,
how they spinning.
There's only so much you could do with the camera angles to make Kanan look taller. Yeah,
right.
I mean, Dwayne has said it, and I'm gonna tell you what Dwayne said, you guys, right? Dwayne said it would be good to do a more background on Juke. We know Kanan came home from jail from the original Power. So Juke was not around him for 10 years. She became a cop in Baltimore. Like that's a whole lot of story that they could tell there. And they have a lot left for this portion of raising Kanan. I mean, I just don't want them to keep doing all these weird spin-offs. Like bring it up to date. Bring it up to date with the clothes. Like, come on, yo. Yeah. Dexter, you funny, yo. OC was a good character because he came in, Kanan looked like a child. OC got toe out the frame, man. Oh, I feel bad for OC, man. You know. I think Lamar Jackson did good in his acting debut. I mean, I thought it was decent, and you know, that's good for him. You know, he brought a little flavor to it. I still think that Unique's character has, you know, went into a totally different direction than I expected. Like I said, Kane is not being so naive, thinking everything that Rock did everything is kind of crazy. And that's why I think got that theory, DeMarcus, thinking that he's gonna wind up doing something to Rock. I don't know why. I could just feel it, man. I could see Kanan doing something to Rock and regretting it. Yeah, Dexter, you're right. The show would have been better if it was centered around Jukebox instead of Kanan. Yeah, Kanan could have been like an afterthought, but Jukebox is like so much character there. And then at the end of the day, when we see this, and this is the dilemma that me and Keisha have. When you see this, and then we know going into season 5 how they probably gonna go, right? And knowing season 5 is the end. Knowing that Kanan killed Jukebox over Tariq, how did it get to that point? We know we grew up with cousins. Cousins are your brothers and sisters when you grow up. Definitely in our homes. So they're like brother and sister. What got him to the point that he was willing and did kill Juke over Tariq, who was an original mark and a way to get Ghost back? It's a lot there, man. It's a lot there they're gonna have to talk about. Unique said hello to my little friend when he smoked OC. No pun intended.
I mean, I just think that they didn't think that Jukebox was going to resonate. Like, I just don't think in a lot of ways these sequels and stuff was really thought out.
You think this was more they was trying to give it to Kanan because Dexter said something interesting. He said Kanan is the least interesting character on the show. Do you think that they overplayed their hand with saying, okay, people from the original Power like Kanan, aka 50 Cent, people like this character, then we'll delve into his background. I don't think his background was that deep enough to delve into.
Who, Kanan? Yeah. I don't think they gave us enough.
DeMarcus said it will come full circle that Kanan smoked Officer Pickett and Wiley for torturing and smoking famous and kidnapping criminals, just like OG Kanan did to Jukebox to save Tariq. I just don't understand that whole angle of how they got to that point.
And I don't even understand how Jukebox got to who she was. What did Ghost do to her?
Yeah,
to make her hate her.
She basically hated Ghost like the educated motherfucker. Like he had a problem with Ghost, and basically they all said prior to this that Ghost is the one that brought them to Kanan is the one that brought them to the street. And they just respected Breeze. And I'm so sick of everybody saying that Unique is Breeze. We got to stop with that. We got to stop with that. That's just went too far. But I really, really liked the episode. I thought it was really good, man. I thought the episode, like you said, Keisha, it started out good. The first 5 minute episode was like, oh shit, she popped him over, that girl over a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. And they went right into the action. And that's what they needed to do. But even with that, like I said to Dwayne, because I wouldn't tell him about the episode until he's seen it. But I said to Dwayne, like, it's so much where this episode could go for next week. It's a lot going on for next week to be the last episode. Like, where are we going now? DeMarcus said Amani was right about Lulu, Keisha. What about it? I think Lulu's
Well,
character is interesting. I think Lulu, like the music thing.
I think Lulu likes the music thing, but Lulu liked what he was doing.
And I think
It's
the music thing was a shot, and I think he wanted to do the music thing on his own terms, and that's why he can't do it.
right.
Yeah, Dexter,
The-
the show that Dexter, you ain't gotta worry. We complained about the first couple episodes. The first couple episodes was like watching wet paint dry,
oh,
and
I
it
hated it.
has picked up. I mean, really, first of all, I was under the impression that this was the last season until everybody in the chat one day was like, "Nah, they got another season." But it's really slow when you think about it. Episode 6 and 7 is usually when a whole bunch of people die in the Power Universe, and we see how the war is being formed. So we already know it's going to be a shootout. We're going to be in suspense of who didn't make it. It's going to be just like when they were at the warehouse and Tariq and them had to shoot. It's going to be just like that, y'all. Y'all know these writers don't think. They all do the same thing. They all come up with these crazy conclusions and scenarios. So it's going to be a big ass shootout, and it's going to be sides, people getting popped, and we think it might be one of the Thomases, but you never know. So before that,
Tony Danza need to go because I don't. The whole Italian thing irritates me because Bumpy's gone. Ain't this much trust going on?
mm, not in
And
Queens anyway.
that's the play in our face.
Yeah. Which show will y'all watch first? Well, we're gonna do Raising Kanan season finale first, and then we'll go into the Shy. What'll happen is next Sunday we'll probably back if it's up to Keisha. We'll do both review shows back to back. We'll do
Oh,
we'll do
guess what?
Raising
I'm
Kanan.
off.
Yeah, we'll do Raising Kanan, and then we'll take a break, and then we'll do the Shy. Both of them will probably be next Sunday, most likely. But the Shy is our linchpin. The Shy is what we started doing the review shows. That, like I said, a lot of y'all that come to the channel, we appreciate y'all, but we do a lot of different stuff. Keisha will tell you, we do a lot of stuff outside of our review portion of the channel, but we definitely do show reviews. We all watch a bunch of shows. Y'all know Irrational and Found both
Found
got
got.
canceled.
I'm shocked by Found though. I mean,
The two FBI's got canceled. They're gonna last to the end of the year, but they got canceled. It's a lot of shows getting canceled. I just got finished watching Fiend Money Fiend or whatever on Apple TV. Really good, really good, really good. Y'all will really like that. It's with Vin Raines. Really good. Very interesting. And it does remind me of Pennsylvania. It's shot in Philly. But anyway, really, like we always when it comes to shows, we take suggestions from everybody in the chat on what we watch, because we all watch different shows and we watch different shows at different times. So the reason why we don't do Chicago PD, because there's so many damn episodes. And yeah, Dope Fiend, that's it. That was really good, DeMarcus. I like that.
and Chicago PD, it had lost me for a minute. I'm somewhat back, but I used to watch all the Chicago shows. The only one I still stick in with is PD.
Yeah, Dexter. That's the thing. It is cheaper for them to start a new show, and that's where they're killing the Power Universe. Like, I understand why Stars is doing it, but what Stars is miscalculating is that even with NBC, right? Let's look at NBC and CBS. Dick Wolf basically owned Wednesday and Thursday. Now the shows on CBS ain't all coming back. I think the original FBI is coming back, but the other two is going to be gone, right? Most Wanted and International. But when you look at Wednesday, Dick Wolf is holding Wednesday down, and he's holding Law and Orders down. So Dick Wolf got Tuesday. Tuesday, the FBI's is on Tuesday. So Dick Wolf got NBC on Wednesday and Thursday. If they would have played their cards right, Stars could have allowed the original Power to be their linchpin. Because Power, just think about Power Book 2. They didn't even have to change the name. They could have went right into it.
Wait, I would have preferred another season of Power Book with the Tejadas, and that was
Yeah.
getting on my nerves than Raising Kanan. Like, I think hopefully, because the whole unique thing with Raising Kanan still throws me off. I guess he was expected, he was leaving, something didn't work out, he came back. This new persona, I ain't really jiving with it. Like, I probably would have rather seen him and Rock be together than be at odds again.
That's the thing. Even Tariq, even Keisha and Dwayne have mentioned that about Tariq. They geared these shows towards these younger actors, and we know that Michael Rainey has been on the scene, but he couldn't hold that show. People wanted more Method. People wanted more Mary. People wanted more the guy that plays Kanan. I mean, Kane. People wanted, Woody. People wanted more of them. People wanted more character from the older actors. And, they could have just kept it. And, Joseph Sikora he's doing other stuff, but Joseph Sikora is basically locked in the Power universe. People like Tommy, like they could have, they doing these spinoffs, and these spinoffs is not holding their brand, and Stars is really miscalculating stuff. And we all know they moving to a studio. Lionsgate is moving to studio.
I'm gonna say this: they're definitely miscalculating because Tommy is better in the ensemble, and they don't have the right people around him.
Yeah. But even with the Tommy thing, we kind of already know, Keisha, that Tommy wasn't supposed to go to Chicago. The original deal was Tommy was going to California.
Right.
Chicago was just a stop. So they made a whole series off of stop seeing his family. Like, what are we doing here?
Right. And unless you give him some support around him, now you gotta build chemistry. The funny shape guy, what's his name? That chemistry ain't there.
With Tommy?
Yeah.
Diamond.
Yeah, that chemistry ain't really there.
And it's not there because at the end of the day, him and Jannard, that's his brother. They grew up together. They a crew. Like, I don't know. I don't want to blast the whole Power universe because they got all of us hooked in basically the last 10 years. Basically the last 10 years we've been watching their stuff, but
yeah,
they need to really do that.
But I would have liked to see Tariq being Ghost, because that's where he was once the Tejada is. I would have rather a year of that than another year of these other two shows, because now he's accepting who he is.
Yeah. And the way that whole thing ended was like stupid.
Yeah, it was dumb.
It was dumb. Like, Kane got out of the daggone warehouse at the airport. Come on. But anyway, listen, for those that don't know, during the half of our show, what we always do is we rate the show. 1 being the lowest, 10 being the highest. DeMarcus, you already came in with your daggone will kick, and you gave it an 8. Yeah, Tariq is definitely trash, right? You try to work with Michael, but it's hard to work with him. You gave it a solid 8, Marcus, right?
I give it a 7.5.
Damn, a 7.5, Keisha. I'm gonna give this episode I'm gonna give it an 8. I'm gonna give it a nice 8. It was a good episode, man. It was a good episode for episode 9. They better not. Dexter,
that
you gave
first
it a 9.
5
Dexter
minutes got me.
The first 5 minutes. So what are y'all looking forward to for the season finale? Give me some theories. Give me some theories that y'all may have heard, and what you expect to happen next week. DeMarcus said Unique gotta go. Yeah, they destroyed Joey Badass's character, in my opinion. They made Unique Ronnie. Like, what was all that for? Unique always cared. He ain't even show little Unique yet. Like, that was his dude. His son was his dude. Dexter said Kanan has grown less than the other characters. Yeah, you're right. You're right. They've they've given us some more in depth about Lulu, the drinking, the club. They gave us more in depth about Marvin feeling like he can't get right, wanting to be out on his own. So they did give us some more depth with Marvin. They will start transition from the Thomas family to Kanan taking over the streets. So the transition will start next week, Dexter. With the season finale, somebody's going to get killed, and then they'll start with a transition over. That'll be interesting.
I hope it's not Marvin.
So first it was Lulu that was your boo, Keisha. Now it's Marvin.
I like them both.
I still think that it's going to be something with Rock. I believe that all of this is going to be Kanan's fault, and he's going to do something where it might be a shootout. He done picked a side, and Rock get hurt. I don't think she get killed, but I think she get hurt, and I think Marvin is going to get arrested. I think one of them bodies that Marvin undid is going to come up. Yeah, DeMarcus, that would be interesting if that pregnancy comes up, but the only person that knows about the pregnancy is Rock and Juke. She never even told nobody. So that would be interesting. Or if she would have miscarried, but they basically why would Rock want him to know now? Like, Unique don't care. He's dead set that Rock was trying to take over his spots and all that. Jukebox and Kanan can't fully grow until Rock and Marvin go. Yeah, I agree with that. Marvin is gonna need Juke to go. Something is gonna set Juke off. We see it. We saw it. Oh, we didn't even talk about that, Keisha, when a nigga tried to get some of that trim. But nigga thought he was trying to get Juke. Juke said, "Nah, buddy. Nah, you ain't gonna be taking this." Yeah, you're right, DeMarcus. Marvin, yeah, Marvin. I believe Marvin gonna go to jail too. Yeah, that's interesting. But yeah, I'm looking forward to next week, y'all. I'm looking forward to next week to this season being over. I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all. The Shy, we already know where they going with that. They're gonna be more attuned to the women, and so I want to see how the Shy plays out, because at the end of the day, the Shy should have always been about them kids, but they never. Just to go to that real quick, they never been able to replace that magic that Kevin brought to the Shy. They haven't been able to replace it, and it really showed. But next week, I'm looking forward to this war. See what happens. Rock spends most of the time cleaning up Marvin mess. Yeah, Marvin is messy, but Marvin make it happen. Well, I don't know, DeMarcus. The season finale has been. What they'll do with the season finales, they probably be like an hour and 10 minutes. That's what they like to do. They like to BS with the season finales and stuff. So look forward to it and stuff. But I definitely think somebody's gonna go to jail. At one time, I thought they would probably kill Lulu off the season, but Lulu has a purpose. Yeah, Marvin is Tommy with better writing. Yeah, we already know they never been able to get rid of. They never been able to do the Brandon thing. Keisha believes that when you like Brandon and them, they could have recast it. Brandon was a good character, man. Jason Mitchell, that situation, and then I think Jason Mitchell had got arrested, really messed up his career. He was on his way. But we look forward to it. We expect a lot. Keisha, you there? Yeah, she had to step away. Keisha actually is working right now, y'all. So she in the middle of working and doing the show. But look forward to next week. We ain't gonna keep you guys. Dwayne couldn't join. I told you he was caught up with something. But next week we're gonna probably do back-to-back episodes. If it's not gonna be Sunday, one at 7 and then one at 8. It'll definitely be one and then one
Bye-bye.
on Monday, but we're gonna try to do both episodes
Next week.
next week. He said he wants Jason Mitchell to be Breeze.
I
Any
mean,
final thoughts, Jason?
they should have rescheduled that too. They should have
I said that.
rescheduled Liliana. They should have rescheduled him. Because if they had the Liliana, then I was feeling Tommy in that first season.
The reason why the Tommy thing always bothered you, because at the end of the day, Tommy is in Chicago by himself with nobody. It's not practical.
Right.
It's not practical.
And his brother soft. You know, his nephew is cool, but you can't replicate Tommy and Tariq.
Yeah. So with that, you guys take care. Have a good night. Remember, you guys, best way to support the channel is to like, share, subscribe. We'll see you guys next week. Just turn on the notifications. The channel is about to take off again. We used to do a lot of stuff with the channel, and the last year or so kind of fell back from certain things. Not that the things were bad, but we had so much. We used to do a show a day, and we kind of fell back. If you ever look, it's a bunch of content, poetry, so forth, so on, politics, but kind of wanted to do something different. But we still gonna continue the review show and continue the reviews. Going forward, we're gonna be doing a whole bunch of different stuff. So turn on notifications so you guys get notified. Make sure you hit that bell for all notifications so you know what's going on with the channel. And he said Kanan isn't intimidating. He's too short. OG Kanan was intimidating. Yeah. Liliana didn't want to do sex scenes. Yeah, but until then, that's why she left. That's what DeMarcus said. But until then, you guys take care. Have a great night, and we will see you guys next week for the season finale and the Shy opening season.
Have a good night.
Take care.